Bible verse this morning is from the book of Psalms, Psalm 119, verses 9 through 16. How can a young man keep his way pure? By keeping it according to God's word. With all my heart I have sought thee. Do not let me wander from thy commandments. The word I have treasured is in my heart, that I may not sin against thee. Blessed art you, O Lord. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips I have told of all the ordinances of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies. As much as in all riches, I will meditate on thy precepts and regard thy ways. Please rise for words of prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever. Amen. Those of you that know me, I like to use chapel speeches to try and get someone who's overcome great odds or difficulties. Usually it's someone involved in athletics or maybe someone in business that we might know. But today it's kind of a group and one member of a group. I know the football team and many members of the faculty went up to State College to see Penn State football play, and I had the privilege of doing that last weekend, and really quite a pageant. A lot of things going on, and everything seems to be positive. When I always come back from Penn State, I feel pretty good about things. Although until a few years ago, I'd never been a Penn State fan. When Penn State was put on sanctions, they were given a punishment. I kind of thought that it might have been a little bit unfair because people that were being punished weren't the ones involved. And I thought maybe the NCAA was being a little hard on them. And I started to like them more and more. Coach Craig telling me every day how good they were and what great things happened up there kind of convinced me a little bit. Chef Joe in the kitchen's a big Penn State fan. So I slowly came around. But in 2012, Penn State was playing the University of Virginia. And I couldn't get off that weekend, so I was here, and my friends went to the game, and it was a pretty good game. Penn State lost on a missed field goal at the buzzer. Not only was it a missed field goal at the end of the game, the guy that kicked it had missed 4 that day. Well, the next week he received 100 death threats. The school received even more. The team had to come around him and protect him. And they did. This year, when they went to play in Ireland against Central Florida, he kicked the game winner at the buzzer, and he made 3, I think they only scored 12 points. I think he may have scored all of their points in that victory, or close to it. And this is in 3 years. He's going to graduate this December. Hopefully the season for them will continue on with a bowl game or whatever, and he will be a college graduate, but in 3.5 years, with a 3.7 GPA. So I'm sure there were times he went a streak where it says here that he missed 7 of 8 field goals, and he missed a 1-yard field goal attempt. I'd like to think that I might be able to stand a chance of making a 1-yard field goal attempt. Yard. But he kept with it. He kept at it, and he kept practicing. Some people on the team were so impressed with him and his attitude that they made him one of the delegates to go and speak at the Big Ten conference this year. Usually you don't see kickers there. Their kickers are off to the corner. They're a weird lot. Most of them come from, excuse me sir, soccer players. So they kind of not always taken into the mix. But Sam Ficken has made himself a part of the team. His coach, this year he has, I believe it's his second coach in 3 years that he's been there. He says his career's been a roller coaster. He's had his up and downs. He has been squirted in the face at practice with water. He has asked us to blow air horns when he is kicking. His whole team has had practices end whether he makes the kick or not. I don't know how you would feel. I might try this in basketball practice this year. We do it occasionally. If you make the free throw, the team doesn't run. And that's a lot of pressure. He has to make a 64-yard field goal with an air horn blowing in his ear, where they were going to do 10, I believe it was suicides. And he kicked it this year. If you want to check it, you can see if I'm lying. It is on YouTube, as I was told this morning. The coach says that he is a perfect example in life and for the program of Penn State. That if you stay positive and persevere and you keep working hard, good things will happen. One of the things I'd like to leave you with, and I think it fits in quite well with this, is a poem. You can also look this up if you're so inclined. I have copies. But it's a poem called Don't Quit. The author is anonymous, so if you want to give me credit for writing it, you can't, no, it's a joke. But don't quit. I remember having this years ago in my college dormitory, sitting on the desk. My roommate and I, when things were bad, would read this. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a fellow turns about when he might have won if he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. And I hope all of us try to be a little like Sam Ficken. I'm sure he follows this philosophy, and I know we all can as well.